Hello, my dear friends. Manuel Kanza here. Kudro Central is the program. Welcome back once again with another episode. And today we have, as usual, a special guest. And our guest today is Jax from London. Jax is a culture lover. And with all our guests, he also loves Kuduro and Afro House. So I'm more than happy to present to you Jax. So here are some videos of him dancing. We met a couple of years ago. He obviously took some classes with me and we exchanged some knowledge in terms of dance itself. But the way Jax comes into this is, like I said in the beginning, he's a culture lover, and he doesn't come in like a professional dancer, but he is someone that enjoys the culture. He enjoys the dance to a point where he actually learns to actually perform these steps in a good way that he can choose to teach other people as well. So it's always great to meet people like him because he's such a good friend of mine. And we do talk a lot about the differences of different meals from different parts of Africa, because he's also an African. And we do share some similarities in terms of taste of food. I like cassava. He likes cassava. He likes plantain. I like plantain. And this is good to know because here in Angola, it's a staple food as well. And sometimes people may ask, what do people eat in Angola? What is their staple food in Angola? These are some of the things I usually ask when I go to a different country. I like to know what people actually love to eat in their region. And so we always talk about that. And so now I'm going to get ready. He's probably ready, waiting for me. I'm going to get ready for our chat. And I will see you because we're also going to drop you an extra. And as usual, I'll see you soon.
All right, everybody, I'm here with my great friend, Jack and he's such a good, energetic brother. We've been, I think 3 years or 4 years. I think it's been long. So, guys.
I would say 4 years, to be honest with you. I think I start to, follow your videos and start to do, this training videos. I think, it was 4 years ago, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If I remember. Yeah. And it was really helpful, to be honest with you, because I wanted to start to do some Afro dance because I come from the Kisamba, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes in the Kisamba party, you like to enjoy. I always enjoy Afro, even when I was in France, but I didn't really dance properly Afro. So that's why I started to watch some videos, and I've seen you on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Let me have a look, and that's why I started to do the training.
Okay. So besides that moment, like, how was your relationship with Kizomba? Because I know you've been in some Kizomba fest before you even took my classes. Were you in the Kizomba community? Like, how is it now? Are you more into like Kuduro? Maybe you still do Samba and Kizomba. What is it that you are diving on right now at this moment?
No, because Kisamba, yes, as you know, I started Kisamba. Now it was in 2013, I think. I think I started dance Kisamba in my hometown in France, in Brittany, and the thing is, because as you already know, you've got these influences by Zouk. I always
Yeah,
danced Zouk, back in the day when I was young, in the parties, in the clubs with my friend, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you had like these vibes and this instrumental coming from Zouk that was in Kisamba. And because you've got some similarities in terms of instrumentals, I was really
yeah,
interested about Kisamba. And I really love it since day one when I started to learn Kisamba. So you've got all these African vibes as well, coming from different countries like Ndombolo, Coupé Décalé. So for me, I've always been in that type of mind where I just like African music. So
yeah,
starting, Kisamba, that allow me to think about, yes, I can dance Kudro, I can dance Afro House, because every Kisamba parties you always have some African session like Kudro and Afro House, as so they've got this session for like 10 minutes where people follow the leader, blah. So I was like, oh no, I need to dance properly because I want to be the leader sometimes. I want to enjoy.
yeah.
So,
Because
you know,
leading,
like, because
leading is great. Leading is great.
yeah, because I was like always like, okay, I'm gonna do some small move, but I didn't dance properly, Afro House or Kuduro in the Kisamba party. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't I
Yeah,
wasn't the leader. I was just a follower. But I was like, no, 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 let me dance properly. So that's why.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why he gave me this motivation, to start to look at a little bit deeper, Afro House and Kuduro, basically.
Yeah, because one thing that I realize is many people that are taking like Kuduru and Afro House, in general, Kuduru, they came from the social dancing, like Kizomba festivals all over the world. So I think Kizomba itself, it gave opportunity for Kuduru because the animation, as you said, people sometimes you lead, right? Because there's no party with danza da famiglia. You know that danza da famiglia is very popular in Europe, but in the United States, people don't usually do it much because obviously the Kizomba community is not as big as it is in in the Europe. So I see also when you say this, the influence of that's from Congo, like Dombolo, you will see that a lot in Semba because sometimes you in Semba you can let go the lady and you both can do some, some kwasa kwasa and you can do some hip
Quoi ça?
movement. Exactly. And you won't see that as much in Kizomba, but the sad part also that people now are also concerned is the introduction of urban keys, which is a completely different situation there. So you won't even start to have this kind of how can I say this connection between Kuduru and the Kizomba festival because the
Yes,
urban keys itself it has so if you go to an urban keys party, obviously you will not have this what you said like the leading because it's just different. It's like when you go to bachata and then there's bachata sensual. They're two different types of even though
that's
they're
correct.
from the two different types of way to dance. So when you change from classic kizomba, because now people are saying the old kizomba is the classic kizomba, and now they have the new urban kizomba. So that if you watch those dance, you'll see that it's not the same because the flow, the groove is different. But I won't lie, I'll be honest. If they just name Urban Kids another name, I like that dance. Honestly, I'll be honest. I'm a dancer, but I like to see. I like to be challenged. But I, I myself as an Angolan, I don't see it as
I agree.
Kizomba.
I agree.
And the same thing for Kuduru, because Kuduru is also being influenced. So what do you think about this
Mhm.
situation?
But personally, because I had a debate before with some guys regarding, this urban keys, I would say tendance, like that's a new product, in that dance industry. I have to be honest with you. I started Kisamba with a Portuguese guy when I was in France, and um, already over there, the urban keys was already set up. So I learned a little bit of Portuguese. No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, that's the reality. But
Mhm.
quickly, because I've got this origin from Cameroon and Madagascar, and I like the traditional music as well. I like
Yeah.
the roots, and the culture. So for me, I like to go to the roots.
Yeah.
And I knew already that anyway, Urban Keys, it was a product that been set up for a specific people and maybe to bring new people also in the dance industry, which is fair. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I wasn't interested for a long term. I just wanted to dance kisamba, that means the traditional way,
Yeah.
I would, and the natural way, because that's the root for me. So I'm not blocking people doing, urban keys. Everybody dance what they want to dance at the end of the day. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I, th- I think it's just about values and respect, and the most important thing is the fact that people at least they don't mix everything. Like, oh yes, it's related to Kisamba or is not related. I don't. I think you have to put in different boxes specific dances. Urban keys is urban keys.
Yeah.
Kisamba is Kisamba. So don't relate. I will say don't relate urban keys to Kisamba. That's my view.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
For Kudro Afro House, I think it's a little bit similar. Like because I didn't dance, Kuduro and Afro House for a while now, for because of work. But I can tell you that yes, I can see some changes. Like some people also like to. Uh, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but like to put some new vibes and introduce some new
Some hip hop moves on
style style
Kuduro.
of
I saw that a lot.
yeah. But
Yeah.
again, I think it's always about people. I don't know if they want to be original or, but you've got a purpose that doesn't really allow you, to be in the right way. Sometimes I think people they want sometimes to put a new product,
Yeah.
uh, which is I'm not saying that is negative to do it, but personally, I think you need to give to people, the good tools and
Exactly.
be aware about what is about the definition of the dance and what is it
Yeah.
exactly, and
Yeah.
doing this new style and try to be in a specific market for a personal purpose sometimes is not really worth it, I think. So I
Yeah.
will say you need to keep the roots on the top and giving the best tools to people that aware about what they are dancing as well. Because some
Yeah.
people sometimes when they dance urban keys, they believe they dance kisamba, or when they dance another Afro dance, whatever it is, they believe they dance kuduro, for example. So I think people need to be aware as well, when they try to set up some new style as well, to make sure the customer or the community, they know what they dance and they know where they go, with this
Yeah.
dance, basically.
Yeah. And I really appreciate appreciate your effort. Like there was when you actually came to me, you reached out to me. Obviously, you had already taken some classes before, and
Yeah.
you were taking the teacher training program that I was offering online, and we actually trained for I think a year and a half or I think or 2 years or something, and.
Yes.
And this is a great example that I think people should take in consideration. Like you took your time to learn from the source, because me being here in Angola, I can see what's going on, the changes and everything. So if you want to get into before you started teaching, you actually like you prepared yourself. You knew you needed to get the roots, and I'm saying this now because you were saying you prefer to learn the roots and learn the culture through the roots. And I'm just here, not defending, I'm adding on what you're saying, because the reason why we got to know each other was 4 or 5 years ago, you reached out to me to learn more about the dance. Like you said in the beginning, you saw this
Yes.
dance, you wanted to lead, but before you began to lead, you needed to learn. So I
Yes.
think so I think that if more people take this time like you did and say, I want to learn this, I'm going to go to the source. Even if I can't travel there, I'm going to try to reach out to someone to learn from the source. So the reason why I'm saying is this is because the most people are doing fusion and adding other things into the style because sometimes they are lazy to learn, so they invent. It's like I'm gonna say, okay, I don't know how to do house dance. I'm gonna learn some basic of house dance, and I'm gonna say, oh, House Kanza. So people are gonna say like House Kanza what? He's gonna add some of his own spice movements from other style and say this is my style. So this is how
Yes.
many things began to happen. The way I see it with urban keys, there is already a dance that looks almost kind of like urban keys, which is ghetto zouk. You see the movement there, the sensuality and everything, even the music choice. It's so hard to do an Uber Keys dance in a traditional kizomba music because it doesn't give you that
Oh yeah.
momentum. It doesn't give you that momentum to actually do all those effects and
Yes.
everything. So
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm not dashing out for all the creators of urban keys. I'm saying the same for the Kuduro scene as well because there are people out there teaching Kuduro with the moves from Pantula, moves from Amapiano, moves from other countries. They say, oh, it's Kuduro. So the reason why all this confusion is happening is because people are not taking time to actually learn from the source. If you
Yes.
learn from
Yes.
the source, it is going to be more clear and it's also going to make the culture to be more vivid. Because what's going to happen is one day something Kuduro is going to come up and the actual Kuduro is going to be called Kuduro Classic. Like we are saying, some people are saying, oh, the real Kizomba is old school Kizomba. It is the classic Kizomba. No, it's
Yes.
classic. It's still the actual. It's still the thing. It's still the thing. It's not the past.
I
It
agree.
is still the thing. Just say urban kids is one thing, like you said. Just we need to categorize things. Urban kids
Yes.
is Zomba. Finish. Yeah, finish.
But let me give you an example. Because I like to go to these Kisama parties in London very often. So I remember I've got a friend that I met in one of these Kisama parties a few years ago. She's Polish, and she said, "You know what? It would be nice one day to go to a Zouk party in London." And I
Okay.
said, "Okay, yeah," because I always done Zouk since I was teenager. Zouk is with Kassav and all these artists. I
Yeah.
was born with Zouk. So I said, okay, let's go there. As soon as I went there, I've seen Zouk Brazilian Zouk,
Oh,
yeah, Brazilian Zouk.
yeah.
And I said to her, but it's not a Zouk party because
Yeah.
it's Brazilian Zouk. But she said, yeah, but it's Zouk. I said, no, it's not Zouk. When they dance, it's something else. It's different. It's not Zouk. I'm telling you, you're not going to a Zouk party. You're
And
going
she
to a
didn't
Brazilian.
know. She was like, no, it is. See, she was
No,
convinced.
because she said it's Zouk. I said no, Zouk come from the Caribbean. They come from Martinique and the Guadeloupe. So your Brazilian Zouk, I don't even know what is it, but it's not Zouk. And she was confused. So that's why I told her and I explained to her the roots, the culture, and it started because she was confused at the end.
You
So that's
see?
why what is embarrassing, what is a little bit frustrating for me is the fact that people they don't take time, like you said, to understand the culture. Uh, I think that's a lack of recognition, a
Mm.
lack of understanding as well.
Yeah,
Because
recognition. Yeah.
yeah, and I think so. Some people they just want to make money and to try, to be in the industry for a long term,
Yeah.
without being aware that it can impact.
Yeah.
Because what you do it's very important as well, especially when you're in a public community and when you want to sell something. You can't just it's like I want to sell a car, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what's wrong with this car. You need to be aware about what you are doing. And I think in that dance community, in some aspects, people they don't really care and they don't really take time, to go to the source and understand a little bit more
Mhm.
the dance, unfortunately. So I think personally, when I first met you and I started to to learn, I was very glad because you always explain in your platform what is important, in terms of the culture, in terms of the history as well. So that's why I kept learning from you because I'm not saying that because I like you and you are my friends,
No,
but
it's yeah.
I don't see
I
I don't see a
understand.
lot of people having this professionalism and being able, to not just because they want to sell or they want, to promote, but I don't see a lot of people able, to just to be correct in some ways and having, all the resources to give
Yeah.
to people and make people, aware about what they learn.
Thank you.
That's it.
I took actually it's just like you. Even me being Angolan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to be horrible at Kuduro. I used to be very horrible. Even Kizomba, Semba, I was
Mhm.
horrible. So in 2010, things changed for me. I wanted to take dance professionally, so I knew I needed training. So what I did is I actually trained for 2 years with Tony Amado, and then I trained for a year with the muchachos. Muchachos are the actual dancers of Tony Amado. They are the actual responsible choreographers for most of the moves in Kuduro that we do right
Kuduro.
now. Yeah, and like you already know, and I actually took classes with them. But first with Tony, of course, and some of his dancers from Muchacho, like Fogo de Deus and other popular dancers. In all my classes, I never entitled myself as one of the best or one of the this. And I think one of the things that helped me to actually be able not just to teach, because my focus was how can I explain someone the history in a way that this person can translate that information to the dance. Because I realized that when I used to teach just the move, people did not get the proper feeling. There's a difference between you doing the step of Kuduro and there's a difference between you doing it with the emotion. Because when you
Yes.
see someone from Angola dancing Kuduro and you see someone from other country dancing Kuduro, yes, anyone can dance as long as you have both two legs, arms, and everything. You can dance, but who can deliver the performance? So for you to deliver the performance, there's a story behind that, and that's when I started to think like I need to be different. I need to tell the story so that people can translate that story into the dance. That's when I decided, okay, let me find out what is the name of the moves. Who invented the move? Was this person's mindset? And that's what
Mhm.
got me more interested. That's what made me stay these 10 years to actually keep teaching because I'm still learning. So when someone asks me something, I always have a way to answer because I was doing research. So imagine, I'm here from Angola. I'm still doing research. Where are the people doing research?
I don't
Where
know.
are they studying?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know anyone else doing
you
this one
see.
to me.
Yeah, so you need to, that's what I said in the beginning, and you said it yourself perfectly. Come to the source. Come to the source, you will learn. Even if you don't need to take dance classes. You can just talk to people or just watch this Kuduru program as we're sharing. It's a way of
Yeah.
learning. If you just take like 30 minutes to learn something, it's gonna change the whole thing. It's also gonna
Oh
because
yeah.
like you said, that lady, she was embarrassed because she thought Zouk
Yeah.
was from Brazil. Most when I told some of my students from United States that capoeira is from Angola. They're like, no, it's from Brazil. I said, no, it's from Angola. They're like, it's from Brazil. You have no
I
idea. It's
agree.
from Angola. And the people were like, because when you see samba and samba and all those movements, it's so Angola. It's history, the ancestors, everything is written there. It's
I
all
know.
there. Yeah, it's
I know.
beautiful.
It's I'm personally when I dance, I like to know about what I dance. I always I'm somebody curious and interested about where does it come from and how he grew up. This dance. I always been interested. I think it's very important and you can deliver and that's an example. I can feel when I see people dancing. I can see the difference, when I feel the emotion. When I feel like this guy is in the woods, this guy, he know what he's talking about, and is able to deliver in a way where it's smooth, in a way where it's natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
Mhm.
you put some moves and it's done. You need some emotion, you need some feelings. You need to understand what you are doing as well to be able to perform in a way where people are like, ah, okay, I can feel it because it's about feelings, dance. It's not just about,
Exactly.
okay, I do 30 minutes of moves and it's done. It doesn't work
Yeah.
like that. You
Yeah.
are not Robocop, like I said before. You're not Robocop. It's
Yeah.
not tectonic. It's not, you have to
Yeah.
bounce a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to do a little bit Jenga, but you have to be natural and understand, the culture always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
What?
that's why just a quick one. That's why you you see, for example, Angolan teacher. I talk about
Your
my
experience.
my experience, about the Kisamba teacher. You can tell some differences when, for example, some of them they dance. They come from, for example, Angola or Guinea. You can tell that when they dance, when they do these basic moves, and I talk about basic move. Huh? I don't talk
Yeah.
about trick, big
Yeah.
tricks. Basic
Yeah.
move. How is beautiful
Yeah.
because it's so natural for them. They are in the emotion and they're born with it. But they understand what they deliver. So when they dance, you can see the style is so smoothly compared
Yeah.
to the ones that know all the tricks, but when they deliver, there is
Yeah.
something missing.
Yeah.
That's a nice move, but you can feel it's not as good as the other one.
Yeah.
For example, the Angolan teacher. That's why when you come from another country and you want to learn a dance, I think it's very important, to understand a little bit more and having this feelings that will help you, to improve your style as well and being
Exactly.
closer to the culture as well. You know.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Exactly. And yeah, we're almost finished. About few minutes left. I wanna say also, I wanna say a few things about your dance as well because I saw some videos of you, like you said, right now because of work, but before COVID, you were teaching some people in your community and how I know in particular because during our training, you are very, how can I say, you are very perfectionist, like in your moves, like they need to look a certain way. But most people that I saw were very perfectionist. Sometimes they lose emotion, but you are different. I saw most of the videos because I'm gonna share some of your videos. You deliver a very personal emotion in your dance. My question is, how do you feel when you dance in general? Not just in Kudro or Afro House. How do you feel when you dance? What is the feeling that is going through you when you're dancing?
I think I need to talk about Kudro and Afras again. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, in
yeah,
general in dance, yes, I agree. In general in dance, in particularly, in Kudro and Afras, I don't know. I feel like, that's a moment of joy for me. I'm
yeah.
not here when I start, to be on the dance floor and I dance Kudro. I do the Jean-Claude Van Damme move. you know, when I do this Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah,
move, it's a moment of joy. So I'm not just
yeah,
here to deliver. It's easier when you are in the joy and when you
yeah,
share with people. It's easy, to to give him also or to give her or give them all this emotion. And I always felt that when I give these Afro classes or Kuduro classes, for me, it's just about, sharing and joy. So
yeah,
it's natural for me, to be able to deliver in a way where people gonna enjoy and
yeah,
gonna be able also to understand more the moves
yeah,
and follow me as well. So it's always been about sharing and joy. That's why my emotion,
mm,
in terms of also the culture, because I'm African and
yeah,
when I dance Kudo Afro House with people, I just want to share. I just want them, to discover my
And it's
culture.
visible in your classes. I see your students, they're all, because obviously they're also
Yeah.
adults. Some of them are young, but I saw also mostly adults. And they were extremely, how can I say, happy. And that's a good sign that they are with a good teacher. Because when you see your students are too tense, something is happening, something is wrong, because people need to feel that good energy. And I think you just explained one of the most important basics of Kuduro before you even get to start to dance: happiness, to feel happy.
I think
Because
happiness. Yes.
yeah, because imagine Kuduro started when there was like civil war. Imagine being happy at that moment. You would
Yes.
say this person is
Yes.
crazy. People are dying and he's happy. But look, it is the message. It is the
Yes.
culture, the freedom. So that small thing comes out, and that's what Kuduro is. Because I mean, there were so many dances, but why Kuduro became popular? Because it's a happy dance,
It's
and
a
that
happy
feels,
dance.
yes,
Exactly.
it's a
Exactly.
happy dance.
It's like Kisamba. Kisamba, it's because they want together, in the communities, they want together, they want a place where they can share as well to dance. That's why Kisamba, was setting up. But I always said to my people before, I teach Afro House or Kudro, I always talk a little bit about the history, because I think it's very important when you teach.
Yeah,
They can have, a little bit some knowledge, in
yeah,
terms of culture and history, and because it's global. It's not only about dance. There is a big history behind it,
yeah,
behind Kuduro and Afro House. So
yeah,
I think it's very important when you teach to make them aware, and
yeah,
just make them aware that they can enjoy, and that's a moment of joy. So
exactly.
when you feel free and you feel comfortable, is where you are able, to even deliver better and feel like it was worth it to come to the class.
Yeah.
It's how I feel, is how I teach as well, with my positive vibes all the time. And people sometimes they say, "Hey, why you keep smiling? Why you keep smiling?" Because I am I am in the game. I'm okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna enjoy for 1 hour, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's just my state of mind. That's
Yeah,
why it was easy for me to get a good connection with you, because you are similar to me in terms of how you view the dance,
yeah,
and you link up with people and you connect as well. So it
mm,
was easy for me, to understand you and uh,
mm.
being close with you as well, because you've
Thank
got the
you.
similar state of mind. So,
Thank you.
so
Yeah.
I think you put Kuduro and Afro House for the moment at the highest level, in my personal
Thank you.
thinking. So yeah. So thank you very much again for this
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank
It
you.
helped me a
Thank
lot,
you.
the training package.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Yeah, we've reached our moment, and bro, I can't thank you enough for being part of this wonderful chat. I think the
Mm.
topic today is gonna be foundation, because we spoke of so much foundation here,
Yeah.
and I hope that our audience will learn something from both of us. Because what we're doing is we're not putting anyone down. We're actually just reminding people that foundation is the key. This is why
It's a
most
key. Yes.
people, yes, this is why most people, they do that DNA thing to realize where they come from. There are many superstars, artists, musicians. They want to know their roots. Why do people do that? Because we are here on earth. We want to know what is real, what is not. So this is why we
Exactly.
are here sharing this wonderful topic and talking about foundation. The main topic of this conversation is going to be foundation, because everything we spoke about is just natural. It's just natural and it's real. There's nothing more real than the truth. Because in the 90s, in the past, there was no social media. People were doing the real thing. There was no fake this, fake that. Everything was growing, from the roots. So everything that we do right now is because someone started doing something in the 80s, in the 90s, that grew.
But that's my point. That's my point. I feel like sometimes people they are not aware about what the elders did. I think you have to respect the elders and what they've done as well.
Exactly.
Because in the
Yeah.
90s, you didn't have all this social media, you didn't have all this impact. So these
Yeah.
elders, even when you see in Luanda, all these dancers, you could see many great dancers.
They were able to
Now
do
they're in their
that.
50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're now in their 50s, but you need. It will be nice if you try to do some research by yourself and know these people as well. All these
Yeah.
people that's been able to bring something special, because that's the roots. These
Yeah.
elders,
And they're still
and
alive. So
sometimes,
we need, yeah, pay some respect to these
but
people. They're
it's
still
like in
alive.
Kisamba. It's like in Kisamba with Eduardo Paim. People they don't really know Eduardo Paim. It's
Exactly.
just, for me, crazy. For me, it was one of the best. So it's
Exactly.
important, I think, I think it's something that you have to do by yourself, because now at this age, people, they don't really make some efforts, just to do some research. And I think it need to be individual. You need to do it by yourself, because the communities is not gonna do it for you. So I think you have
Yeah.
to do by yourself sometimes
Exactly.
to know about these people, and having
Exactly.
this root on you. You know.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother, for leaving this advice for our audience. And we all want to know, us here in the I Love Kuduro Central, we want to know, Jax, who, before we leave, who is your favorite Kuduro musician? Do you, yeah, or DJ? You can say musician or DJ. Who
Uh,
comes to your mind? I know there are many, but who comes to your mind often? Like, say, I love to get this person.
No, I will say, and I will stay on the same musician, Tony Amado,
Uh, yeah, yeah,
because I'm telling you, for me, it's just, I like to come from the bottom as well. So
yeah,
for me, coming from the bottom is not because it's just the bottom. It's just also the knowledge of the guy and
yeah,
what he's been able to do. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I need to stick on him, and
Okay,
he's so talented. He's so talented as well, and he's been
yeah,
there for many years.
for many
He's
years.
been there for many years, and I know we've got many of them now, obviously,
Yeah,
but I prefer listen Tony.
yeah.
I prefer listen Tony. It is what it is.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for being part of this, everyone. Thank you for listening to our great chat. And I'll
Mhm.
see you all next time. And I'll see you, my brother, next time. Thank you, Jack, so much for being part of our conversation here on Kuduru Central. And
Ah,
next time again,
thank
my
you.
brother.
Thank you very much, for this time as well. I really appreciate, and
Yeah.
yes, keep going, keep going. You're doing well anyway. And I advise people also to follow you on YouTube as well.
Thank
And
you.
because
Likewise. Likewise.
yeah, because I think people need to know about you more, because in my personal experience, I can tell you guys, Manuel is a great teacher. Not only a great teacher, that's a great man as well. He's really nice, and he can give you a lot of tips as well. So I advise people to go to your Afro Kanza YouTube channel, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, my bro. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
Anyway, I will catch you
you.
later.
Yeah.